RG3 in here as Week 8 is in the books. We near the mid-season point, and so RG3, we're asking you for the power rankings. Who are, in order, the 5 best teams in the National Football League right now?
Well, Greeny, the first one, this is a very competitive spot at number 5, but it's the Baltimore Ravens. They just traded for Roquan Smith to improve that defense, and Lamar Jackson seems to be back on track with Gus Edwards back in the fold. Their passing game is going to run through the tight ends with Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. And, they just got Deshaun Jackson to take the top off the defense. So that's the Ravens. Number 4, should I say, is the Dallas Cowboys. All right, they figured it out. They know what they got to do. They got to play lights-out defense with Micah Parsons. They got to run the offense through their running backs with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. And notice I said Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Keep it that way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Dak Prescott is coming back, playing lights out this week. Incredible performance. Number 3, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes seems to be playing the best of his career without Tyreek Hill because they've utilized all their new weapons, from Mecole Hardman, who was already there, Travis Kelce, who was already there, but Juju Smith-Schuster, Marcus Valdes-Scantling, and their running game has been incredible. So that's why I got the Chiefs there at number 3. At number 2, we got the Buffalo Bills. Now, some people might want to flip-flop them and make them number 1, but Josh Allen didn't have his greatest game this past Sunday, and they still won the football game because their defense and Von Miller stepped up big time. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, must-see TV. They're still getting better throughout the year, but they're not quite number 1 because the number 1 team on the list is the Philadelphia Eagles. Undefeated. Some people say it's an easy pick, but this man right here, Jalen Hurts, is operating from the pocket like so many people said he couldn't. Their offense is blowing up. A.J. Brown, that true number 1 wide receiver, allowing them to go out there and really spread the field. Their defense can win a game for them. They win more games in different ways than anybody else in the league right now. 2
teams I want to ask you guys about. No one can really argue with this. Some might say they think the Bills are better than the Eagles. There could be some debate at number 5. I can hear a lot of people in Minnesota saying, why is no one taking the Vikings seriously? They only have 1 loss. It's to Philadelphia. They're 6-1. Just how good are the Vikings? Do they belong, in your mind, knocking on the door on this?
I think the scary part for the Vikings is they've won 5 games that were 1-score games, and so that means your point differential, you're on razor thin ice right there. And so I think that would be the question that people ask about them: can they really be explosive when they need to be? Right. So the style of games that they're winning, I would actually end up putting the Miami Dolphins where the Ravens are. I just think when you think about them, they beat the Ravens obviously, but that late comeback. But Waddle and Hill have played lights out. And let me tell you something. When Tua is at quarterback, it is a different football team. I mean, the energy you see out of them and his confidence in the pocket. He was the biggest question mark in the AFC. Hurts was the biggest question mark in the NFC. Both those guys have played lights out this season.
It's ironic because they were teammates at Alabama once upon a time. Graziano, quick thought.
I would put the Bills number 1. I know the Eagles are undefeated. I just feel like the Bills they're a team with no weaknesses. Like they there's no way to attack. I'm a little concerned if Poyer's out that they're a little weaker at safety, but fundamentally, I think they're all around the best team I've seen.
And I will say one other thing, and I don't disagree with any of the things on this list, and you couldn't put the team I'm about. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.